Hey everybody, Midnight Absol here. Welcome to Renegade Platinum. Once again. I say once again because if you remember before, when I was doing Insurgents at the time, I was doing Renegade Platinum alongside this. Although then, Renegade Platinum stopped for a while. That's because I did, well, mainly because I wasn't really enjoying the series. Mainly because I partially wasn't enjoying the series at the time, and I also felt since I was kind of trying to do it in a Let's Play format, it it didn't really work just showing the footage. But but now that now that I'm a bit smarter in terms of now that I have two playthroughs of Pokemon games under my experience, because this will be being recorded right after I finish recording the Emerald Nuzlocke finale. I won't spoil what happened in the finale for those of you who haven't seen it, but I recommend go watch the finale if you haven't already. You will probably enjoy it, and I'll probably leave an icon in the top right for you guys to see that. But anyways, I I'm gonna be let's playing through Renegade Platinum again. No, this is not randomized. No, I'm not doing it. No, this is just me let's playing through the game as normal. And as you can see, this is my previous save file. So this is my previous. You can see my previous save file and everything that I did with it. So with that, let's do believe. Nope. If I do this button, if I do if I do up B and select at the same time, I can delete save data. Once data has been deleted, there is no way to recover it. Delete the save data anyways. Yes. We're starting from scratch here. We're starting from scratch here and doing it over and doing things over with a little bit better info and a little bit better info and a little bit better pacing as well, hopefully. With this and some more new things that you'll see along the way. Anyways, once all the anyways, with this, once all this old data is deleted, we will start anew. It's, it's, we're we really are now starting from zero. Yes. Welcome to Pokemon Renegade Platinum. This is an enhancement hack of Pokemon Platinum version by Drayano. You can expect to see many changes to wild Pokemon, trainers, and more. There is a documentation provided with the hack for all the changes. If you happen to need a link to it, check the PC in the player's room. Most importantly, have fun. It's almost a new adventure. Hello there. It's so very nice to meet you. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Rowan, or everyone calls me the Pokemon Professor. Before I go any further, this is your first adventure. If you need advice, I'm certainly capable of giving it. We don't need anything. This world's widely inhabited by creatures known as Pokemon. Here, I have a Pokeball. Press the button on the middle of the Pokeball, if you please. First new change, there's an Eevee instead of a Baneri. We humans live alongside Pokemon as friends. At times we play together, at other times we work together. Some use their Pokemon to battle and develop closer bonds with them. What do? I conduct research so that we may learn more about Pokemon. Now, why don't you tell me a bit about yourself? Are you a boy or are you a girl? I am always now. In Drayano games, it really doesn't matter. Now, in Drayano games, it doesn't matter what. In Pokemon games, it doesn't really matter which thing you pick. You can pick whatever you want usually. Although obviously, if you couldn't tell by my voice, I am a guy. Tell me, what is your name? Now, I think the last time I played this, last time I played Renegade Platinum, I was using I had a different name I was using a different YouTube name at the time, but now I'm just gonna keep things consistent. I'm just going to use my actual name. My name is Seamus. Yep, that is my name. Okay, so you're Seamus. A fine name that is. Now this boy here, I believe he's your friend. What might his name be? Now I could give him a name, but I'm gonna stick with Barry, because I do that with pretty much every time I play through this game. Barry, is it? That's your friend's name? Yep. Alright. Well, Chance, the time has come. Grand adventure is about to unfold. On the journey, you will meet countless Pokemon and people. I'm sure that along the way you will discover many things, perhaps even something about yourself. Now go on, deep into the world of Pokemon. That we will. Pokemon are by our side, always. I hope you understand the meaning of those words. That was a comment left by Professor Rowan, who returned to Sinnoh from the Kanto region. That concludes our special program. Let's ask Professor Rowan. Brought to you by Do Like TV on Nationwide Net. See you next week, same time, same channel. Alright. We can now move. But first, let's go to our options. Switch text speed to fast, mono audio just for convenience. File style, I'm gonna put it to set. If you know anything about drayano hacks, this might sound suicidal, but regardless, I'm going to do that anyway. And as for frame, I like this one. So, just like the settings, yes. Alright. Let's do this. There you are. Hey James, did you see the TV? Sure you did. Professor Rowan, Professor Rowan, Professor Rowan. That's really important guy who studies Pokemon, huh? He must have lots and lots of Pokemon. So if we ask him, I bet he'd give us some Pokemon. Oh hey, is this a new PC? Where was I? Oh, right. We're going to see Professor Rowan and get some Pokemon. We're waiting outside. Okay, students, if you're late, I'm fining you $10 million. Well then. That's Barry for you. Some information about the game you're currently playing. We're going to Renegade Platinum for documentation. Please go here, and there's a link to the documentation file. So if you're playing the game, so if you want to click on the link for the documentation, do that. Anyways, Mom, Janice, Barry already left. You're going after him, right? And take your running shoes. You need to leave in a hurry. Another new change. We get the running shoes immediately, and we get the bicycle immediately as well. Okay, off you go, sweetie. So yeah, there we go. We can. So yeah, this is what we look like. You can see the day that I'm recording this. It's the same day. Anyway, go to key items and let's register the bicycle immediately. As you can see, we can run around immediately now. It's an Eevee. I was taking care of it. This Eevee, we'll have to keep a note of that Eevee there. That is yet another change that we've already seen. And also, we can use the bike immediately, which is pretty funny. Oh, what was that about? Oh hey, James. I'm gonna see Professor Rowan. You should come quickly. You should come too, and quickly. Oh geez, forgot something. Let's go after him. Another new change. This guy. Palmer. Hi, James. You're here to play with my son, Barry, right? Great, enjoy yourselves. Don't get into too much trouble. Yep. If you know who if you know this, if you remember, if you played Platinum before and got into the post, you know exactly who Palmer is. Not gonna say immediately who he. Obviously, by that, obviously you can. Oh, well, she spoils it. Palmer, Palmer is Barry's father, and Palmer is Barry's father. Either can ever sit still. Yeah, Palmer is here, Barry's father. We'll be seeing him. We'll be seeing him again at some way later down the line. Anyway, I'd better take my bag and journal too, and say bye to Daddy before he leaves. That's new text. Oh hey James, I'll be way on the road. It's a $10 million fine if you're late. Away goes Barry again. And as you can see, Palmer is now gone as well. We'll be seeing Palmer again at some point, but not for a while. Anyways, 201. Too slow. Alright. Let's get moving to Professor Rowan's lab. What? Don't go into the tall grass, right? No worries, no problem. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that we don't have any Pokemon. Trust me on this one. I've got an idea. Now listen. You know how wild Pokemon jump out when you go into the tall grass? So what you do is, you scoot over to the next patch of grass before any wild Pokemon can appear. If we keep dashing, we can get to Sandra Town without running into any wild Pokemon. Okay, stick with me. Here it goes. On your marks. Hold it! You two don't seem to have any Pokemon between you. What is the meaning of going into the tall grass? Hey Chance, this old guy. It's Professor Rowan, isn't it? What's he doing here? I tried to go into the tall grass because I wanted Pokemon. What's it do? The world would surely change if they were to meet Pokemon. Is there a way for me to put them on that path? You two, you truly love Pokemon, do you? Me too, I love Pokemon too. I will ask you once again. You two, you truly love Pokemon, do you? What? You can ask 100 times. The answer will never change. We'll both answer 100 times we love Pokemon. Right, Jess? Pair of reckless kids who foolishly try to enter the tall grass without Pokemon of their own. It worries me what people like that would do with Pokemon. Well, then forget about me. But give a Pokemon to my friend here. It was me who tried to go into the tall grass and all. Big of you. Very well. Then I will entrust you to a Pokemon. I apologize for putting you through that exercise. However, you must promise me that you will never again recklessly endanger yourselves. Now then. Now where? Professor Rowan, you left your briefcase at the lake. Oh, is something wrong here? Ah, there it is. Dawn, nice work. What I was about to do was entrust these two with their own Pokemon. Pardon? These Pokemon are hard to replace. Are you sure about giving them away? We exist side by side with Pokemon. There comes a time when people should meet Pokemon. There's a world that should be explored together. For them, today is that time, the place, right here. Go on, open the briefcase and choose a Pokemon. Really? Professor Rowan! I can't believe it, I'm so happy I can't keep a straight face. Cheers, you can choose first. Yeah, I'm practically grown up here. I had to show some class. Terribly ironic, huh? Anyways, what does Rowan say? Go on, open the... Alright, that's what Rowan says. We can't talk to Dawn, unfortunately, because trying to leave gets us that. So, now we get to pick a Pokemon. And I think I'll do a quick rundown of the Pokemon that are here. So, with that aside, let's open the briefcase. look, these are Pokeballs. There's a Pokemon in each one. Now choose, which Pokemon will it be? Before I pick my starter, I'm gonna quickly go over some, as Drayano said in the beginning, some Pokemon have had changes. That also applies to these three, to the starters here. So, I'm gonna do a quick rundown of what I'm gonna do for this series. Unlike with the last time I was doing this, when we go over new Pokemon, I'm also going to I'm also going to explain I'm going to go over the changes for each Pokemon, like for each Pokemon. Note, I only said Pokemon, not the species. I'm only going to go over each Pokemon I'm going to go over each Pokemon as we have access to them. In the case of the stars, I'm only going to go over their first evolution stage. When we have access to their other evolution stages, then I will go over the changes for those as well. Just so that way it's clear and you're not getting a massive info dump all at once. And also to not spoil anything if you're playing along with me. Now then, with that rambling out of the way, first starter, Tiny Leaf Pokemon, Turtwig. So, Turtwig, I'm not going to go into detail over the Pokemon itself in terms of how to use it. I'm just going to go over general changes for it. So, in terms of changes for Turtwig itself, not too much, not too much actually. Its moveset is pretty similar, except now at level 5, Turtwig will have Absorb, the first elemental move it normally gets. It'll get its elemental. Will go for all three starters. Turtwig will have Absorb, Piplup will have Bubble, and Chimchar will have Ember, a weak elemental move of their type. Another thing to note is that for Turtwig specifically, Turtwig will also have a second ability now that you can get. Its second ability now is Shell Armor, which blocks critical hits. It's not guaranteed to get that hidden ability, but if you want, you can try saving in front of here and keep resetting until you get the Shell Armor ability if you so choose. Its normal ability Overgrow is still there as well, and there are no significant stat changes or anything like that to mention for Turtwig. All in all, though, it's a pretty good Pokemon, and it'll serve you well even in this new version of Platinum. Next up, Chimchar. So, Chimchar probably got the biggest buff of the three starters here. Why, you ask? Well, Chimchar here now has a chance to start with Iron Fist for its ability. In fact, Iron Fist is the more likely of the two abilities you will get on Chimchar instead of getting Blaze. In terms of Chimchar, no significant stat changes or anything like that to note. In terms of moveset, in terms of initial moves, obviously, as I said earlier, it'll have Ember when you start with it now, instead of only having Scratch and Leer. Only other thing to really note is that if you are crazy enough to not have your Chimchar evolve to level 20, you can get the move Fake Out early with this line. Why I wouldn't recommend doing that, however. However, if you think Fake Out's a really good move and you want to have it, then if you went 6 extra levels to evolve it, you can get it early. But I wouldn't recommend doing that regardless. And last up, Piplup. Piplup, just like the other two starters, has gotten a few changes as well. And it will start with Bubble at level 5. It will have Bubble when you start with it now instead of Bubble when you start with it. It also will learn Bite at level 14 if you want to use that move. And just like with the other two starters, Piplup has a second ability now that you can potentially get with it. Its second ability is Vital Spirit, which prevents the Pokemon from falling asleep at all, no matter what it is. And moves like Yawn will not work at all. However, Piplup has the same thing as Turtwig, as Torrent is still Piplup's main ability, and Vital Spirit is a secondary one that you could get at random with it. But all in all, no other real major changes to note with Piplup itself. No stat changes or anything like that, and no major moves that I would recommend waiting for. All the moves on any special moves about it will definitely be mentioned. Any special moves like that are way higher level that I wouldn't recommend doing. I wouldn't recommend going for at least. But that aside, that is the 3 starters here. So, with that aside, which starter am I gonna go for? Personally, when I've played through Platinum, I have played through Platinum with all 3 starters and I've made it work. I played through Platinum with Turtwig once because of Sugar Conroy playing through it. I used Piplup once just for the hell of it to see how well I could do with it, and I've used Chimchar as well. In terms of which one I'm gonna go for, though, that answer is actually really simple. All right, sorry for the quick cut there. Just had to take a sip of water because I was talking so much. But anyways, starter I'm going to pick. I'm gonna go for Chimchar. Then I choose you. I'm picking this Piplup. Very well. Both of you seem to have chosen good Pokemon, it seems. Now listen well. Pokemon you have interest with are unfamiliar with the world. In that regard, they're much like you. As fellow newcomers to the world, I hope you will do well together. If you have any trouble, come see me in my lab in Sand Gem Town. And now, we will be on our way. Professor, wait for me! I'm sorry. Please let me pass. How do you like that? Professor Owen's really nice. On TV he seems so stern and scary. Seamus, we both got Pokemon now. There's only one thing to do, right? Are you up for this? Yes. I've always wanted to say this. The time has finally come. Cheers, I challenge you to a battle. Here we go. First rival battle. Against Barry, of course. He sends out his Piplup. We have Chimchar. Male. Unfortunately, I cannot check to see if I have the Iron Fist ability. That is part of the reason why that is something I definitely want. However, that aside, we have Ember. As you can see, we have Ember here. We've got Scratch and Leer. I'm just gonna go for the Scratch. He goes for a Pound. I just keep chipping away with Scratch because I don't want. Because really, Ember isn't gonna work. Ember's not gonna do much, so let's just keep scratching away. Just keep going. Just keep scratching away at it. Ember might do more. Actually, now that I think about it, it's done. So, okay, I'm gonna die anyways. Go for Ember. Nope. And I'm dead. Barry won. Oh well, not much we can do about it. Paid 40 and we technically blacked out. I won! I won! That battle could have gone either way. It was that close. I can tell one thing. Battling is awesomely fun. Okay, let's go home. I'm beat after that battle. My Pokemon needs rest too. See ya. What's the matter, dear? Wow, that happened to you? You were very lucky to have met Professor Rowan. Imagine if you didn't. I wouldn't like to think what the welcome might have done to you two. Chance, go see Professor Rowan and thank him probably for your Pokemon. His lab is in Sandgem Town, isn't it? Now that you have your own Pokemon, the tall grass won't be so threatening. Alright, let's go. With that, we now technically can move around. Too slow! Chance, I'm sick of waiting. I'm gonna see Professor Rowan so I can thank him probably. I had this great idea. Listen up, okay? You know that lake where we always play at? You know they say there's a legendary Pokemon that lives there? You guessed it, let's catch that Pokemon. I'll make Professor Rowan happy, I'm sure of that. You and me together, we've got nothing to fear. I don't feel like it. Hey Shiz, I said the lake's not that way. Yep, we can't go into the grass yet. We have to go this way. It's Verity Lakefront. Alright, we're here at the lake. Get ready, because we're catching that legendary Pokemon. Trust me on this one. It's here. It even says so on the sign. What's going on? The time flow. Expanding space. I'll make it all mine one day. Cyrus is my name. Remember it. Till then, sleep while you can. Legendary Pokemon in the lake bed. Allow me to pass. Step aside. What was that about, weird guy? Okay, Shiz, let's catch that legendary Pokemon. Did you hear? That was a legendary Pokemon card. It had to be it. Okay, there's no chance. Let's catch it. Wait, what? We don't have anything on us. You know, Pokeballs, P-O-K, accent E, balls. No, if we don't have those, we can't catch Pokemon or take them around with us. Do you think Professor Rowan would give us some if we asked him? You know, you remember what he said, don't you? He said to visit my lab if we need anything. Okay, Shiz, I'll race you. First one, our Professor Rowan's to Professor's lab and Sandgem Town rules. Let's go follow after him. I'm not going to put encounter bars on the encounter. I'm not going to put up my new encounter bar yet, as we do not have a way to catch Pokemon just yet. When we do, I will definitely pull that up, which is something new for me, having encounter bars. But for now, really the main thing we need to do is just get to Sandgem Town. Also, Pokemon, I forgot to totally check my ability. I have Blaze, so not the ability I wanted, but I'm not gonna reset. Unless my nature's bad, I'm not gonna reset for it. Even still, I may not do that. I might just roll with whatever I have. Chimchar's got a good special attack and attack, so it's not like I can't still use Chimchar even if I got a special attacking Chimchar. Wait, that's it. We've beaten our first Pokemon now. This random Starly. Right. Let's actually check our Chimchar entirely. Level 5. Level 5, you can see. Hold nature. More, as you can see, I can actually see what the nature does without having to check it. Without having to really do anything. Plus defense, minus attack. Not the best nature, but hey, at least I can take a few more hits. Yeah, Blaze for our ability. And there you can see our moves. I'm gonna switch everything like that. Alright, let's go. Actually, wait, let me talk to this guy. I work at the Pokemon. Do you know this? Alright, he's just explaining about potions, so don't worry. Everybody who's played Pokemon knows how to use potions. We get multiple, and as you can see, it said potions. Oh, didn't mean to get on my bike. I'm gonna try avoiding to use that too often at the beginning, but yeah, it said potions. He gave us 10. So yeah, we have plenty of potions to start things. Come on. Oh, there you are. Please come with me. The professor is waiting. This is it, our Pokemon research lab. Let's go. What the? Oh, it's you. Oh, it's you, Shamus. That old guy, he's not so scary as he is totally out there. Oh, it doesn't matter, Shamus. I'm out of here. See you later. Wow, what was that? Frank sure seems to be really impatient. Anyway, let's go inside. Oh wow, look who's here. Seamus, was it? Let's have a look at your Pokemon. I see. Pokemon seems to be rather happy. Trusting with that Pokemon was no mistake, it seems. Well, sure to give it a nickname? Yes, actually. It's a male. It's male, but I do have a good nickname for it. Vincent. Okay, I see. And you're happy with that nickname? When I first saw you two about this dip into this holograph, I was shocked. I was astounded by these foolhardy children. Now you stand to me in an entirely different way. Already there's a bond growing between you and that Pokemon. I feel privileged to have met you. Sure, Chimchar feels the same way about. That's why I ask you to cherish that Chimchar of yours. I'm so glad that you're kind towards Pokemon. You weren't, I had to. Oh, I just can't say it. Let's move to the main topic. There's something I wanted you to do for me. Allow me to properly introduce myself first. My name, as you know, is Rowan. Study Pokemon. First of all, I want to know exactly what kind of Pokemon live in the sinnoh region. To do so, it's necessary to collect data using the Pokédex, which is what I wish to ask of you. I want you to trust you with this Pokédex. You use it to record data on all the Pokemon in sinnoh for me? Yes. Good answer. You get the Pokédex. The Pokédex is a very high-tech device. It will automatically record data on every Pokemon you encounter. It includes national mode for any Pokemon not native to sinnoh. And James, I ask that you go everywhere and meet every kind of Pokemon in this region. I've got one too. When you walked up to 201 with your Pokemon, what did you feel? I've lived for 16 long years, and even now, when I get a thrill when I'm with Pokemon. Now you should know there are countless Pokemon in this world. That means there are just as many thrills waiting for you out there. Now go! This grand adventure begins right now. The Pokemon I met for the first time was a Turtwig. You are chosen Turtwig on 201, but you've had the same Pokemon now. Not that it matters, bud. Anyway, I'm Dawn. I also help with the professor add pages to the Pokédex. So in a sense, I'm just like you. Just got a little head start on you, that's all. I'm happy to teach you things. Glad to meet you. Alright, with that aside though, I want to go over here to the right. There's a briefcase here. So this briefcase is going to hold. Also 2 Pokemon here to contain Pokemon. Ah, James. You've noticed the Pokeballs that are inside my briefcase, have you not? You know, I've been very impressed with your ability to bond with Pokemon. So much so, I would feel safe if I entrust you with the 2 Pokemon inside that briefcase to you. They are also young, who benefit from seeing the world. And as individual species, they are also exceedingly rare. As such, it would benefit your Pokemon decks to take them along with you on your journey. Please do raise them well. Alright, let's do that. I'll take the Pokeballs inside the briefcase. First Pokeball. Tamed Turtwig. Want to give a name to it? No. Second one, we tamed a Piplup. This briefcase here has the other two starters. So it doesn't. So your choice at the beginning actually doesn't mean anything. In retrospect, you can pick whatever you. Janice! That's something good here. You should take this as well. We get the Poke Radar. Only this is TM27. That's a Pokemon radar, or Poke Radar for short. Use it and it will indicate grass patches where Pokemon are lurking. You may need it to locate some rare Pokemon species. Some rare species of Pokemon that you won't find in the grass patches naturally. Take this Repel too. It helps when using the Poke Radar. And we get the Repels. I'll send you off with the wish that your journey will be fun. Okay, James, Loctay's your mentor. I've got a bit more experience than you as a trainer and as the professor's assistant. Okay, follow me. Let's build your birds. Pokemon Center, and Don's just going to do the basic tutorial here over what's going on. What the Poké Center is, what the Pokemart is. Since obviously will be able to buy the version of the Podium. That's right. You need to let your family know you're going to be helping Pokedex. You need to go far away. Before you go, build your Pokemon to the center. It'll be a lot less scary that way. That aside, though, if you check our Pokemon, we do indeed have the other two starters now. We have Turtwig here, and Rash Nature. Not the best nature. And I got Shell Armor without even trying. Pretty cool. And I got Vital Spirit for Piplup as well. Interesting. So I didn't get the hidden ability on. I didn't get the new ability on Chimchar of all things, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. Now as for the other two stars, I'm not gonna really use them. I'll keep them in my party for the time being, however. Now that aside, going into the Pokemart here. If you talk to the clerk, we can buy Pokeballs for a whopping 50 Pokedollars. Yep, just 50. So, it costs a lot less to buy Pokeballs. And if you buy 10, of course, you get a free Premier Ball, so I'm gonna buy 20 and get 2 free Premier Balls. Alright, anything else I want to do? Potions, we're fine on those actually. I'll buy 1 Paralyze Heal. And 1 Antidote. Actually, make that 2. Let's buy 2 of those. And let's get going still. Alright. Down here on Route 219. No, there's no sidebar for this because we cannot encounter any Pokemon over here at the moment. Anyways. Coming back up. Actually, I think there's something we can do here. Go in here. I believe it is you. Do you see that piece over there? No. Actually, no, it's not. You? How about you? Okay, no, never mind. I'm thinking of something else. Never mind. Anyways, that's the Pokemon Center. Nothing really to do there for the moment. But now that we have Pokeballs, I think before we end things off, I'm going to do a quick run through of the Pokemon you can find here on Route 201 and explain any major changes with them. If you don't want to hear about the with that side, that'll be the last thing for this episode, for the first episode at least. So if you don't want to spoil yourself with the changes for the Pokemon here, then you can just end things off right here. I might leave a link down in the description for the documentation files itself, or you can just go to the link that you saw earlier on screen, or that you saw on screen earlier when I checked my character's PC. But either way, with that aside, let's quickly go over the encounters for Route 201, shall we? And boy, do we have a good Pokemon to start things off with. So, first Pokemon that you can find in here is Starly. Normal. It's actually Starly, one of the classic ones. So, Starly. Not too much has changed with Starly, believe it or not. Starly itself, as you know, your generic normal flying type. So, with Starly, the major changes really to note with Starly itself is that it has a new ability, as well. It's now got two abilities: Keen-Eye, which is what it normally has, but that is now its secondary ability. Its main ability that Starly will have now is Reckless, which makes recoil moves do even more damage. Pretty good ability if I say so myself. But that aside, Starly is also now compatible with TM88. What is TM88? Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I don't want to say what that TM is. Just yet, at least. Next up on our encounter list, it is the one, the only, Bidoof. Bidoof is an interesting Pokemon. It's really good as an HM slave, but now Bidoof is actually a pretty okay Pokemon, believe it or not. And Bidoof hasn't got any stat changes itself. It's moveset though is actually pretty interesting. Some of the moves though are kind of out of reach unless you're really dedicated to being a Bidoof for the memes, I guess. But if you want to use Bidoof for the memes, Bidoof can get moves like Yawn at level 17, Crunch at level 20, Aquatail at 23. It can learn Swords Dance via Team 75 now, and at level 32, along with Amnesia. It can also learn Superpower now at level 35. But that's really all I need to say about Bidoof for now. And last up for the sinnoh Pokemon that are on Route 201 is Kricketot. This thing. Even with the buffs that it got, Kricketot is still terrible until it evolves. I wouldn't recommend using it. If I'm honest. So, but anyways, I'll explain any changes for Kricketot. Include its new main ability is Runaway, which you'll probably be doing a lot of if you try and raise it as a Kricketot. It still has Shattered Skin as its other ability, but that aside, Kricketot did get a few minor stat buffs as well. But with that aside, Kricketot got 10 extra points in attack, 10 extra points in special attack, and that's really it. It also got some new moves as well, so it's not completely useless in battle. It got Bug Bite and Growl. It got Bug Bite and Strength Shot as 2 more moves onto its moveset. So it has a full moveset of 4 moves of Growl, Bite, Bug Bite, and String Shot now. So you can at least do damage with your Kricketot until you can eventually evolve the thing. But hey, if you want to have one of the best sounding Pokemon of all time, then I guess Kricketot could be your guy. It also would be good if you chose to start with Piplup here. But that aside, time to go to the first of the non-sinnoh Pokemon here on Route 201, Pidgey. Now, Pidgey is, well, Pidgey's obviously a normal, your other is a normal flying type, obviously. Pidgey's stats actually got a bit of a rework, believe it or not. Pidgey, Pidgey has, Pidgey now has 10 less points in attack and 5 less points in defense, but those lost stats in attack and defense went into special attack. So now Pidgey has a base special attack of 50, if you can believe it. And so its stats remain the same on that aspect, but its stats remains the same except it slightly does less physical damage but more special damage now. Pidgey can also learn TM83, which is a new TM that I will not spoil, and also TM88, which again will not spoil until we find it or enough time has passed. In terms of moves, Pidgey can now get moves like can now get Swift, Air Cutter, and Feather Dance before you can evolve it at level 18. If you are crazy enough though, you could wait till level 21 and get Uproar, or 24 to get Air Slash early. Would I recommend doing that? Heck no. Pidgey is not one of those Pokemon that you want to try doing something like that with. But hey, if you're crazy enough to try it, go for it. Then I would recommend going for it, because getting Air Slash and moves like Air Slash and Uproar early on a special attacker like that would be really good. That aside, next up actually for Pokemon is Nidoran female. If you saw the footage earlier, right before it stopped moving, Nidoran female is here in the grass. Now, Nidoran female is a really good Pokemon. It's a really good Pokemon, and I would recommend picking one up if you want to use a good Poison type and a good Ground type later down the line. I can't say enough about the two Nidorans. Like, they just do really. Whenever I've actually used one, whether I'm in the battle facilities and other games, or just for a little bit in a playthrough, it always seems to do well. And I love using it. No significant stat changes or anything like that to mention. No significant stat changes or ability changes for the Nidoran female. However, it does get Poison Fang at level 12. It gets Poison Fang at level 12, which is a good stab move, and Bite at level 15, right before it evolves. If you want to get some other unique moves, its level up moveset is actually pretty much the same once it evolves as well. So you don't need to keep a Nidoran unevolved to get some special moves for it. Some really good moves for it later on. And if Nidoran female's here, then Nidoran male will also be here. And if you notice on the sidebar, Nidoran, the encounter rates are the same for both of them, so you don't need to worry about going out of your way to find them. Nidoran male, however. Nidoran male, no significant changes for it either. It's still the same good Nidoran male that you're probably used to at this point. It only changes from its moveset compared to Nidoran female is that instead of getting Bite at level 15, it gets Horn Attack. Aside from that, everything else is the same in terms of that. Any other special moves it can learn as a Nidorino, so you don't need to keep it unevolved for a longer period of time. Which is a really good thing to have. But with that aside, there are two other encounters that I should make note of. Since we are here. And the first of those two is Hoot Hoot. Now, Hoot Hoot. You can only find Hoot Hoot at night. You can only find Hoot Hoots at night, which is which is actually similar to how you find Hoot Hoot normally. So, Hoot Hoots. Hoot got a new ability as well. It got tinted lenses. What does that ability do? Any resistant move will do 3/4 of its normal damage instead of only half, or it'll do a half instead of a quarter if it's quad resistant. So there's that for Hoot Hoot. It still has its ability Insomnia, by the way, if you're curious. That is now its second ability. In terms of other stuff to note, Hoot Hoot can get will be able to get TM70 Flash. Now, whoopee. Not really the best move, but hey, there you go. And it can also get TM88 as well. We're starting to see the theme here with that TM. Again, I won't spoil what that TM is until we either find it or enough time has passed. Not wanting to spoil things for you guys. And other significant moves of note: Hoot Hoot will get Confusion at level 9, Haircut at 12, Uproar at 15, Extra Sensory at 18, and Psycho Shift at 21, and Air Slash at 24. Gets a few other interesting moves. Gets a few other interesting moves as well, but its fully evolved form can get those moves as well, so you don't need to worry about going out of your way for that. But there is one last thing. There is one last Pokemon that is available here on Route 201. And if you have been paying attention to the nice little sidebar I provided, you probably already know what Pokemon that is. Doduo. Doduo is now available here as well now. And just like with pretty much everything else, with pretty much a lot of the other Pokemon here, it has a new ability as well. You can learn its new main ability instead of Runaway is now Tangled Feet, which boosts its speed if it's confused, as if this thing can't be any faster. It still has its ability Early Bird as well, and in terms of moves, it'll get Pluck at 15 and Double Hit at 18. It gets Agility, which is kind of pointless on a thing like this. However, it does get Jump Kick at 24, which is at level 24, which is a nice move to have, especially on a move like Doduo. But that aside, nothing else interesting to note with Doduo itself. You can find Doduo. You have a chance of finding Doduo using the Poker Radar only. You cannot encounter it in the grass. As for Hoot Hoot, Hoot Hoot will replace Pidgey on the encounter list. Hoot Hoot will replace Pidgey at nighttime only. So just keep that in mind. But with that, that is all the encounters for Route 201. With that aside, that is everything I wanted to do for this first episode. Also, if you saw, I caught if you saw or didn't see, depending on what I decide to do with the footage, I caught a Bidoof, which is a modest nature, go figure. But anyways, I caught this Bidoof so that way I have an HM slave just for the early game. It's not going to be a permanent member of my team, but hey, it's good to cap. And hey, it's always, even if you don't want Bidoof on your team, it's good to have HM usage for HM usage. With that aside, though, that is everything I wanted to talk about. That is everything for Renegade Platinum today. I hope you enjoyed how the new look, and that we're back with this series again. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know if there's anything that I should improve on for this series as we go on. We're going to keep trying some new things, just try and make everything look a little bit better and neater as time goes on. But I've talked on long enough. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.